Alright, so Kit Kat here, we just treated for bloat. No, we just treated her for bloat. She is pretty thick, she's kind of haunched. And I gave her two drenchfuls, and then she is super tight on this side. So I'm gonna pat her, see if that helps. So what happens with bloat, what's on her mouth is from me drenching her. Hi, sweetheart. But so we're gonna see if patting her will get her to burp. But mainly the problem with bloat is it'll put pressure on their lungs to where they can't breathe. And I'll quit patting her to well, there's a good little burp. But yeah, so she's got a little bit labored breathing and she's super tight. So I'm gonna pat her for a little bit longer. Okay, it's been just a few minutes. Been patting and rubbing her rumen, which you can hear breathing, but we've had some good burps. I'm hoping she'll burp for you. Oh, there was a burp. So, like I said, I'm just patting her here, but she's still really, really tight. Oh, sweet girl. I know, I'm patting you. Another thing to do is to get them to move, which Kit Kat's not a good one to lead, but we'll go ahead and try. Come on, girl. Come on. Let's see if we can't get her to move a little bit. Okay, so I don't have a flash to face me, but so mainly bloat is really serious with your goats. You don't, in the wintertime, what happens is they get cold, they want to eat more and more hay, more than they normally would, and so that's probably what's happened with Kit Kat, is to where she ate too much hay. And then, you know, we're in the midst of doing chores, I'm checking everybody, and boom, you know, I see her off to the side, she's kind of haunched, she's like really exploded on both sides. I'm like, that's bloat. Because even though she is pregnant, she's not that far along pregnant. So, but yeah, so those are some telltale signs. And then, you know, I'll show you some signs of what she's doing. So one of the things is to where she's not doing it right now, but she's gonna lean her head back, scratch her belly, but and obviously she has nice normal poos. but I've been out here for probably about 10 minutes or so. She's still pretty tight. And all she wants to do is go in here, which this is mess. This is a horrible mess that I've got to clean up. But the goats come in here and poo and everything, so just ignore the mess. But anyway, oh, you hear that? That's more burp. That's good. But they'll sit there and they'll try to do it themselves. Now, we've got the baking soda out. I went ahead and gave fresh and moved it over here closer to her. But so you want to make sure and have your baking soda out, along with your loose minerals and stuff. And we just keep them in an old bucket, protein tub bucket. And then obviously the goats are going for it because I just freshened it. So, because look at that, we got more burps. I hear them. All right. Okay, so I have got her out here. We are walking. She's still burping, which is good, but she's still tight. So, walk. And it always happens at dark. Anything that's gonna go wrong with goats. But she's trying to do it herself. Trying to pat her belly. She's still pretty tight. She's not as tight as she was about 10 minutes ago, but she's still pretty tight. And that's another sign of being tight, is everything's pushing up against everything, so she's gonna poop and poop and poop. But the best thing is walk, do a baking soda drench, which I did that baking soda drench earlier with her. That's the quickest, fastest way. You can do milk of magnesia. You can do like vegetable oil. There's a couple of other things that you can do as well to help, but walking, baking soda, the baking soda drench, which I find the baking soda drench the most effective. And you just got to be really proactive about it and very quick on treatment, because if it goes untreated, then what happens is the goat will expire, because it'll put so much pressure against their lungs, they'll suffocate. And so if I'm not out here at night doing this, and by in the morning, I'm going to come out here and she'll have passed away, and whose fault will that be? It'll be mine. So, because I wasn't a good shepherd and didn't pay attention to my goats. But, so that's why okay guys, so obviously the lighting sucks because it's dark. The sun has already set, as you can see. But that is why I really implore you to make sure and keep records of your goats. Make sure that you are paying attention to your goats. Make sure that you are watching your goats every single time you're out to feed them, and because little things can happen, and if you don't catch it, you know, it could really mess up your herd. So, but she's moving along. Come on, Kit Kat, let's move. Let's see if I can't get her to walk on her own a little bit. Come on, girl. You can do some more pats. You can massage. Which up here is starting to loosen up. It's starting to really loosen. Because I couldn't hardly punch it. And I know she's furry. And y'all can't tell really good. But earlier, I could not put 2 digits. I couldn't go that far. But down here, she's still really tight. Can't go very far. Up here, starting to loosen up. But whenever I go in, I can feel resistance about a couple inches in. So, more patting. More walking. And would you stop? It's enough of the dog. But anyway, so I'm going to keep on doing this and I'll update y'all later in the video. Alright guys, so we are back out here with Kit Kat. Again, ignore the mess. Anyway, she's still bloated. It's been probably about an hour, maybe a little bit longer, since I was out here last. And all I'm doing is rubbing and patting and massaging that left side. And she's burping a lot, but the temperature's dropping. It is about 30 degrees now. Lows are supposed to get to about 25 tonight, so it's almost bottoming out. But if you look, her rumen is working, it's moving. So it's just, I don't know if you can hear all the sounds, but she's burping. But it's just a long, lengthy process. So, I mean, she's going down a little bit. Yeah, sorry, got my toes in there. Kit Kat is pregnant. You know, we are gonna try a couple of techniques, but Kit Kat is my only one that has CH in her front legs, and so lifting her up on her legs is a little difficult, not only for me but for her as well. And so, you know, I'm trying to do the best I can with her, but we'll just see how it goes. Alright guys, I'll keep you updated.